Welcome back to Chaos Corner. It's your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, and I tell it like it is. I'll say that to say this. Coming to you live to tape from Chaos Corner here in the lounge at the Chaos headquarters. What we're going to do here today is cover everything that happened last night in the go home show on AEW Dynamite from Milwaukee. You could hear it in the background. AEW Rampage will be on Friday night. And then we have Forbidden Door on Sunday. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, grab a bottle of water, maybe make an egg sandwich or a nice omelet or something like that. But we're here for AEW Dynamite, and this is going to be a review of last night's show, but it's also going to be rumors, news, and notes, and I'll be talking right through the episode. I'm glad that you're here to spend some time in Chaos Corner. Follow me on all social media platforms in real time on Twitter at Big Daddy GOC, and the GOC stands for the Guardian of Chaos. Follow me on Instagram at the Guardian of Chaos. Follow me on Facebook on my two accounts, Jay Brony, yes, Jay Brony, and Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian in honor of my heritage. Follow me on Rumble, Instagram, Parler, Gitter, Gab, Truth Social. I cover it all in the IWC, and especially here on the mothership, the Guardian of Chaos on YouTube. Sit back and relax. Let me take another sip to get going. We're going to be here for at least an hour, maybe two. I'm not sure if I'm going to split this up into segments like I've been doing on here for the last several months, or will I go through a whole live stream like the old school hour and a half, almost 2 hours? Let's see what happens. That depends on you guys. Leave a comment, tap that bell, share, subscribe, and let's go to Bryan Danielson and AEW Dynamite. No copyrights here. I'll be talking over it. We don't want any copyright strikes here on the channel. I've been covering AEW Dynamite now for months. I did take a few weeks off. I'll cut me some slack. Talking about Forbidden Door, and speaking of that, here's what we have going on for Forbidden Door before we get on to AEW Dynamite. On this show, Tony Storm takes on Marina Shafir. Silas Young takes on Hangman Page. Malachi Black and Penta Oscuro. We have Mox and Tanahashi against Archer and Jericho. Orange Cassidy and Roppongi Vice against Ospreay and the Aussies. So kick back for that. We'll review some of that. It was a wild go-home show from what I understand. I got to listen to Don Tony last night. I listened to JD and Jesse. I listened to the PWZ. I heard a little bit of Busted Open early. All their opinions aside, I'm here to give you my opinion, my viewpoint. Let it be fresh in the mind while everybody else was up, past midnight last night. I was moderating with DT, but that's another story for another time. So I'm going to give you the independent, critical thinking that you get on this show. One man, unique, unscripted, no bells, no whistles, nothing to be edited. This is reality TV. This is live to tape. No one else is doing this in the industry, this concept in the IWC. And I'm proud of that. Let's see what Bryan Danielson has to say. So I'm going to give you my viewpoint. Over 50 years as a mark, a fan, a historian, a researcher, a scout, and my over 3 decades as a pro wrestling manager to my current connection with the Paradise 4 and Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. And you know that's coming up Wednesday, June 29th on Fight TV from the legendary, iconic venue, the Cadillac Ranch. That's right, Wild Wild Wrestling, presented by PAPW. You're not going to want to miss it. Go out and get your tickets. Show up at the door, Cadillac Ranch, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, Wednesday, June 29th. Only $9.99 on Fight TV. All kinds of stars, past, present, future, legends, heroes, WWE, ECW, WCW. It doesn't get much better than that. Let's get back to Bryan Danielson in the ring. It's Thursday morning. I should say it was Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It's me, the GOC. The bad news is Danielson will not be at Forbidden Door. And there's been a lot of that going on. Listen, right now, the injuries are rampant in all of pro wrestling, whether it be Cody over in the WWE, now Danielson. We've had injuries to Punk, obviously, we're going for an interim title. Omega's been out, you know. So that's what's going on right now as Danielson's in the ring. And thanks for being here, guys, as I said. But coming up, this is what I have for Forbidden Door, which is only a couple of days away. The Young Bucks, Phantasmo, and Hikilo against Darby, Sting, and Takashita, and Takagi. A konnichiwa, bitches. Why that six-man tag match is in there, I have no idea. I get it's the Forbidden Door. This is 3 groups in one show. You can say Ring of Honor is defunct, but it's AEW, it's IWGP, it's Ring of Honor. It's just that simple. So that's the 6-man tag match. Listen to Danielson as he's pissed and going off. Go back and watch the opening of Danielson here for Dynamite in Milwaukee. It was live. You're live to tape. Also for the IWGP title, the champion Jay White against Hangman Adam Page, Adam Cole, baby, boom! And of course, the legendary Okada, a 4-way for the IWGP title. The big one, Moxley takes on Japanese legend Tanahashi for the interim AEW heavyweight title because we know Punk is on the shelf. All because of that dive into the crowd, Punk. Should have used your head, kid, to heal up. Another match for the AEW ladies heavyweight title, the women's heavyweight title. The champion Thunder Rosa takes on Toni Storm. That's going to be one heck of a match. The women will shine. You knew they had to put one in here on the Forbidden Door show, and this is a good one to have in there. Another match at Forbidden Door this weekend, this Sunday. Jericho, Sammy Guevara, the old man Minoru Suzuki take on Yuta, Eddie Kingston, and Umino. Again, a lot of mix and match here. Wasn't a lot of storylines behind most of this. There wasn't a big build-up. Last night's go-home show was chaotic, chaos to say the least, pun intended. And you can hear Danielson in the background going off. He's pissed. He's gotten so much better since he's left the WWE. He really has. He has proven the salt of what he's really all about. And that's why I've become a huge fan of Danielson. Back onto Forbidden Door, we also have Will Ospreay, who is, as advertised, just my opinion, takes on a returning Orange Cassidy for the IWGP heavyweight title. Now, I don't know why Cassidy is in this spot. Yes, he's surprised everyone with his abilities in ring because of the chicanery he does. But he could wrestle. The kid could wrestle. And that ought to be an interesting match between Ospreay and Cassidy. But does Cassidy deserve it? I feel like a lot of these matches were just thrown together because of injuries and there wasn't a real build-up. And unless you're a hardcore New Japan fan or AEW or you do your research like I do, you don't even know who most of these guys are. Also, for the IWGP and Ring of Honor tag team titles, a defunct group, it is what it is, FTR takes on Jeff Cobb and Okan and Roppongi Vice. A 3-way for those titles. So let's just look at the different titles on the line. The IWGP and Ring of Honor tag titles are on the line. The AEW women's, the AEW men's interim, the IWGP heavyweight title. There's a lot going on. And here's the big news. Interrupted as I was rambling on. Here's another one from New Japan. American Zack Sabre Jr. Just like Will Ospreay and Zack Sabre, they've been doing big things over in the IWGP over in Japan. And this whole Forbidden Door, I'm all for it. Merging. It's 3 groups this Sunday. So now Danielson is in the ring, and the American flag, Old Glory, is illuminated behind him. And on the ramp, it's just Ospreay talking back and forth with the New Japan insignia. Ospreay, as we know, is going to be at Forbidden Door, but it's not going to be against Bryan Danielson. He's hurt. It's against Orange Cassidy. I'm sorry, but let me not screw this up here. You know what Bully Ray said to me. Bully Ray from Busted Open Radio, 2-time Hall of Famer, WWE, TNA, ECW Tag Team Champion, perhaps the greatest of all time. He's in matches where we were going for the NWA World Tag Team titles, myself being managed, while I was managing the Outcast Killers. He said, give the Guardian of Chaos 5 spots, he'll fuck up 4 of them. I consider that to be a compliment from Bully Ray. Let's get back to what we were talking about. Now, Mox is backstage. We have a Mox interview, a Mox promo backstage in Milwaukee, and we know that Moxley is facing Tanahashi for the interim AEW title on Forbidden Door coming up this Sunday. We were just talking about Zack Sabre. What I have here, that's right, I was wrong. Danielson is not injured. He will be back. It has been announced since last night. It's Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson this Sunday at Forbidden Door. Let's refer back to the Bully Ray compliment. Okay, let's not get crazy here. Maybe the hat's a little too tight on my head. I don't know. Let me turn it backwards. Is that a little better? That's what we have coming up for Forbidden Door. A lot of great matches, as I talked about. And again, I forgot about the Zack Sabre Bryan Danielson, so don't hold it against me. And also, there is another match that I'm missing. That bastard Pac in Miro, who looks unbelievable, and he needs to come back strong. Take on Malachi Black and Ishii. That's right, Ishii. That's going to be a heck of a match again. These matches are thrown together because he has a big roster. Thank God for that. I hear people bitching and complaining, but thank God there's a big roster because you could fill in star for star. And I know you don't know a lot of these New Japan guys, but you're going to be surprised. Whether it be Sabre, Ospreay, Jay White, all these guys can go. Ishii, the legends, Okada, Tanahashi. It's going to be a great show. But the build-up, okay. Let's not get crazy. And while we're at it here, we're 11 minutes in. Coming up this Friday, tomorrow night, it's going to be taped from Milwaukee, but you have Hook against the DKC from the New Japan Dojo. Dylan Cox, I believe his name is. The DKC. Also, Andrade El Idolo takes on Rey Fenix. That's tomorrow. Say that 3 times fast. No me jodas, maricón, muévete culo. Andrade and Rey Fenix tomorrow night on Rampage. Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez in a match for the Ring of Honor Women's Heavyweight Championship. On an AEW show, you see what I keep talking about in the go-be-forths and back and forths, a defunct group, supposedly AEW, Ring of Honor, now IWGP, New Japan, all mixed together. You see what's going on. Also tomorrow night, Cash Wheeler from FTR takes on Jeff Cobb. Talk about a horse fight. That's what I want to see. That's tomorrow night on Rampage, among other things. The fastest hour in pro wrestling. Tomorrow night, AEW Rampage. We went through Forbidden Door. We're here now on Dynamite. Let's see how far we can go. I told you the card here on Dynamite. Right now, we're going with, let's see who they have coming out. It's Will Ospreay and the Aussie Open. Now, obviously, Ospreay is as advertised. Aussie Open, I don't know a ton about. I've seen them here in AEW a little bit. I didn't know much of their reputation, but they're in good shape. They're going against Roppongi Vice and Orange Cassidy making his return. And I get it with people. They love Orange Cassidy. There's nobody that gets a pop like this guy. Originally, a lot of people thought he was just a huckster, a jokester alongside of Hookhausen. Silly gimmick. What are you trying to do here? But he has proved since he's gotten in the ring, that boy can go, man. I'll give him his props. Not crazy about the whole gimmick, but I do like the way he can work in the ring, Orange Cassidy. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly here. That's what I do. So as we look here, 6-man tag team. As I said, Will Ospreay is as advertised. And let me tell you, I'll say that to say this because I tell it like it is. Trent Beretta, since he has left the other two of All Ego, Adam Page, or whoever he's with, the Best Friends, Scorpio Sky, whoever he was teamed up with, he has really expanded and become quite the grappler. Solid worker. In the ring right now, Rocky Romero. You gotta love Rocky Romero. They're a force to be reckoned with. Are they a top tag team? No, but solid, cagey workers. We're gonna fast forward on this. We know who the winners were if you were watching last night. All tremendous athletes, that's for sure. So stand by on Chaos Corner. Give me a little credit here. We're going through a little bit of everything. 15,000 tickets have been sold so far for Forbidden Door. It's going to be at the United Center in Chicago. I'll be watching. I'll be doing the review and moderating for Don Tony. I will be checking out OTS Off the Script with JD and Jesse. I will watch the professor Rick Del Santo and Showtime on PWZ when they present it. I'll be reporting my own. I'll see what everyone else in the community is throwing out there because you have to stay informed. Alvarez, Meltzer, Sean Ross Sapp, Brandon Thurston. I'll get the economics. I'll do my own research. It's not easy. We're already in the first picture-in-picture here. AEW Dynamite from last night. We're doing the live-to-tape review here on Thursday morning. We covered what's coming up this Friday night on Rampage. We covered the rundown, basically a Forbidden Door here in the open. We're just beginning Rampage. The 6-man tag match is in there. It's Orange Cassidy, Roppongi Vice, Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta, and also Will Ospreay, who in my opinion, a lot of people are saying he's overrated, they didn't know about him. He comes as advertised, fans. It's just that simple. Very good worker, knows what he's doing, has the charisma. I like it. I just don't like the AEW. Again, I give you the good, bad, and the ugly. Hasn't built a lot of these storylines. And then with the Aussie Open, Ospreay's with the Aussie Open, they seem good enough. They seem solid. Again, it's a different style of wrestling. I just got finished doing retro reviews on the station here from world-class championship wrestling in the 80s. I was 21 years old, of the legendary feud and the simplicity and what was going on with the crowds back in the Freebirds and the Von Erichs feud. Go back and check that out, and you'll hear the crowd. You'll see the difference, how the stories were told, the emotional investment, the ring psychology, what you didn't have to do, what worked, what sold. Nothing was perfect. That's 1983. This is 2022. I get it. As I'm rambling on here, we're still in the opening of AEW Dynamite. Danielson has come out. Zack Sabre Jr. For the big announcement for Forbidden Door. It's going to be some great matches in Forbidden Door, and some others I feel don't belong on there. But it is what it is. When you have a deep roster, you can put on those type of shows. The last AEW pay-per-view, they used about 50 talents. The last WWE pay-per-view, they used less than 20. So you see the difference, but you see what product that the fans are getting into, if you know what I'm talking about, that are live at the event, and that's what really counts. And there it is. There's the pin. Orange Cassidy gets the pin. So they are the winners. And out comes Jeff Cobb and O'Khan. Now, I've been a big Jeff Cobb for quite some time, big Jeff Cobb fan for quite some time. This man has been in New Japan for quite some while. Why he didn't stay here the first time around in AEW during the pandemic, I don't know. O'Khan, he's got the look. He fits the purpose. He's no Jeff Cobb, but they make an intimidating team from the IWGP. And now they're with Ospreay in the Aussie Open. Roppongi Vice, Orange Cassidy, everybody's getting in the ring. Now, you know this show last night, if you've watched it, if you were reporting on it, it was chaos, especially ending, people coming in and out. Listen to the crowd in Milwaukee. Music constantly hitting for everybody. It's really funny because here comes FTR, and everybody's in the ring. Ospreay, Aussie Open, Jeff Cobb, O'Khan, Roppongi Vice, Orange Cassidy, and now FTR, the ROH Tag Team Champions. And I believe they are the IWGP Tag Team Champions. Listen to the crowd setting up the matches. As a go-home show, it was a little all over the place. I wasn't happy about the build-up going into the big show, but it's going to deliver either way because of the talent and because of the passion of the fans and the constant surprises. That's the difference. It's supposed to have build-up. TK's giving you surprises. Now here's Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, and the Giant Satnam Singh backstage. The whole Ring of Honor connection, the whole India connection and what they're trying to do. And Satnam Singh is a better athlete than most big men. Jay Lethal's a legend. Sanjay Dutt, I'm not sure of these guys are going to end up in Ring of Honor, stay here in AEW, where they're going to go with this, but they're giving the international vibe. Wake up, people. It's about the money, follow the money. That's what they're trying to do here. I don't really understand the pairing with the big man, but they're giving you something different, something entertaining. I'm not saying I agree with it. So Satnam Singh, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt backstage at Dynamite. Let's fast forward. Stay with me, fans. We're going to make this one long live stream and try to keep it at a reasonable distance. And I hope you stay with me. We need viewerships. And there's Excalibur, good old JR Shivani. Let me tell you something. It's a pleasure every week I get to listen to JR. It really is. It's still a pleasure. Shivani, okay. He was around when I was a young man. Excalibur, a talented, he knows what he's talking about, but kind of mundane, if you know what I mean. No disrespect, man. I'm just calling it like it is. Commercials, picture-in-picture, promotions here for AEW Dynamite. We're here live to tape. It's the GOC in Chaos Corner. Here in the lounge, the sun is out. I got a cup of coffee. I got some water. We're going to have a nice breakfast. They're giving a little UFC commercial, a little Bellator. Thanks for being here. We have some great matches coming up. Toni Storm, Marina Shafir, why she continues to be put in these spots, I'm not quite sure if she's deserving. But Toni Storm will be on tonight. Silas Young, Hangman Page, Malachi Black, Penta El Zero Oscuro, and we already know some of the people that have won to move on to Forbidden Door. Mox and Tanahashi against Archer and Jericho. Looking forward to that. We're back here live with Shivani in the ring, here with your old buddy. He's bringing out Christian Cage. Now, I've had the opportunity to work several events with Christian Cage in the early 2000s into the mid-2000s. Great guy, unbelievably humble. He was the NWA World Heavyweight Champion at the time. Here he is, and this turn was long becoming. They haven't used him the right way. He was supposed to outwork everybody, was with Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. This is going to catapult him back to his legendary status. Just my opinion. Let's listen in. AEW Dynamite, live to tape, the GOC. No copyrights. Get some water. Get some coffee. Casino Battle Royal, they're talking about. The offices upstairs are being used. The bunker downstairs is vacant, under construction, looking tremendous. I will be on Cheap Heat Productions from Ireland this Sunday. That's right, Maurice, my new buddy, Maurice, who runs Cheap Heat Productions and the Mario Mancini show. I will be on Sunday to give a little talk, a little update, talk about Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling coming up on Fight TV June 29th from the legendary venue, the Cadillac Ranch. Wild, Wild Wrestling. We'll be talking about the current status of pro wrestling. I'm sure we'll go over some of my career in the past as a pro wrestling manager. And Christian, if you're familiar with it, and I've heard other people bring it up in the community, the different angle that he's trying to do, and listen to the fans. Shut the fuck up. Don't want any copyright infringements here, so I'm going to see if I can lower it down. A Christian turn here, right here, is tremendous in my opinion. We're a little over 20 minutes in. Stick with us. I'm not sure how long we're going to be. We're going to try to condense a 2-hour show down into hopefully 45 minutes to an hour. You'll have to listen to me ramble. I change different things in different spots. We're here in the lounge. My comfort. This is reality TV. This is a vlog. This is a podcast, if you want to call it, but you're coming into my home and I'm giving you not only the guardian of chaos, not only Big Daddy, but the real me, too. This is a shoot kayfabe. Christian Cage going off. This promo was fantastic last night. And the fans, he drew out the heat there in Milwaukee. I like that line. Christian, this is the Christian Cage that I like. They had to do something with him. The Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, the live fans like it. It wasn't working a lot for me. They were a good tag team. I grew to respect them, but overrated, maybe held on to the titles too long. Teaming up with Christian, I didn't understand it. Giving my honest opinion, the good, the bad, the ugly here on the one-man show, because you got to make it relatable. No one else can go on for this length of time without a cohort or a partner or someone else to bounce off of and continue to make it relatable, understandable to the times of the program you're watching and bring the product to you, the consumer, my friends, family, and followers. We're only coming up on 325 as subscribers. It doesn't matter if it's 300, 3,000, 30,000, or 3 million, because we're still going to be here. Yeah, we take some breaks, but at one point, if you remember, in a 3-month period, 4-month period, we put out 175 shows. So we'll back and we'll put certain things and other things out here of current day and doing retro reviews and flashbacks and current product. And that's why as they do promos and sell what they're coming up, I'm also here to sell you on why you should be here. Although there's really no selling. You're not paying for nothing. I'm not asking for nothing. It's free. It's free because it's me, the GOC. Maybe I ought to have some more coffee here. There's a lot going on in 2022, and none of this would be possible, and none of it would be available to me to enjoy, to distract you and myself without my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Let me just throw that out there. Let's listen to Christian. How apropos. Get ready, get right. Stay close to your family and friends. Situational awareness. Repent, pray, prepare, repeat. Let me say that again. Repent, pray, prepare, repeat. My motto, my slogan. Tony Schiavone, Christian Cage in the ring. I like this turn with going off on Luchasaurus' sister, getting that whole vibe. It's kind of like other people were saying that his sister gave the finger and stuff like that to Christian, the Luchasaurus family. Kind of like what MJF was doing and Pillman and different things and storylines. So it's kind of similar. I see what they're doing here, but we'll see how it plays out. I like it. Let's fast forward through this segment. You get where it's going with Christian. It's a long time coming, and I'm interested to see where they're going to do with this storyline. A lot of stuff in AEW is thrown together, but let's get some decent storylines going here. TK, you're running. You're part of 3 different companies, my friend. And here we go. Here comes Luchasaurus, the big dinosaur. Masked guy. We've seen him before. The gimmick really sells. He's a monster. He's a beast. Now he's grabbing Christian for laying a bad mouth out on his family. So you see where this angle is going to go. It's just about time. Now, I'm not sure about the whole dinosaur mask anyway. Wear a lucha mask. Do it from history. Tell us why, instead of just being a character, a dinosaur. This is Vince McMahon, early 90s in WCW. I'm just saying. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I got an ice pack on him in the recliner. The belt. You get it, right? We're coming up on 27 minutes. Thanks for being here. This will be one of my longer streams, covering everything from the upcoming pay-per-view this Sunday at Forbidden Door, this Friday Rampage, and giving you a live-to-tape late watch-along the next day coverage of AEW Dynamite from last night. Christian right now, Luchasaurus. We know the whole attack here with Luke Perry's kid, Jungle Boy, and the attack on Jungle Boy's family, and the bad mouth, and the similarities of different people have done this before. These storylines, like I was saying in the Freebird Von Erich series and the retro reviews from the early 80s, these storylines they get from the past and they rerun them through organizations or different territorial areas, and they see that they still work, and that's why they do them. You get the fans still invested in that type of storyline if you do it the right way. Everyone talks about long-term booking and this and that. And now we're going to a highlight here of Sting and Kyle O'Reilly. And so we see what we got coming up. That was last Friday on Rampage and with Darby Allin. Let's fast forward a little bit here. This is the AEW Dynamite review with the GOC and talking about what's coming up in AEW. Trying to catch up a little bit here. Wait. The Young Bucks and Kyle O'Reilly backstage. The tag team champions, the Young Bucks, and I will say something. Kyle O'Reilly, Red Dragon, undervalued a little bit. Going to be honest, going to tell it like it is. Can't be less than truthful. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Kyle O'Reilly and his in-ring ability. I like the style. Yeah, okay, 2-time tag team champions, the Young Bucks. We get it. Being wasted at Forbidden Door just because they want to be on the card, just my opinion. It's Darby, Sting, Takashita, and Takagi against the Young Bucks, Phantasmo, and Hikulo. Okay, really kind of wasted match. I'm going to fast forward to this. If you watched it, you know what was going on, but right now it's the tag team champions. I wouldn't even have them on Forbidden Door. That's my viewpoint. Trademark it, seal it here, timestamp it at 29 minutes and change, 29:45. It's just what I'm saying. Let's fast forward through this and see what we can get through next, because it was a wild show. Not saying I'm disappointed or anything like that. Here comes the entrance, and what we have coming up now, one of the better matches from last night, Malachi Black and Penta Oscuro, El Zero, Cielo Miedo, whatever you want to say. And I love the entrance of the House of Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, Julia Hart, and Malachi Black. Now, I already gave it away with the opening. Okay, Malachi Black is record 17-3. I gave it away in the opening. At Forbidden Door, Malachi Black takes on the Japanese legend Ishii. So that really not much of a build-up, not anything on the line but the whole Forbidden Door. So here tonight, Malachi Black and Penta. This is the final qualifying match for the All-Atlantic Championship. So with that whole tournament, you know, Tony Khan and his reputation and the trend and what's going on lately, a lot of championships, okay? You're running two organizations, you're merging with another, perhaps two at times, 16 different championships, tournaments, title winners, a lot in my opinion, just my opinion. And coming out with Abrahante, and of course Penta's entrance is fantastic, you know. The typical with the shovel and, you know, El Scuro and the dark and the flames and, you know, the Lucha Libre history and style with Penta and his teaming as the Lucha Brothers with Rey Fenix. Perhaps one of the best tag teams of the day, the Lucha Brothers, just my opinion. And Malachi Black with the look and the House of Black. I will say visually appealing to the crowd, to the live crowd if you're watching on TV like here in the lounge. Just my opinion of the AEW Dynamite product, how it's presented with the live crowd compared to Vince and all the trouble he's in with all that and Laurinaitis and the brass balls and all that. That's another podcast, another story for another time. But right here, the final into the All-Atlantic Championship. It is what it is. Malachi Black and Penta. We're about a half an hour in. Thanks for being here. Chaos Corner AEW Dynamite review along with the preview of Forbidden Door and Rampage this Friday. I figured I'd give it to you all in one instead of segments. See if I can upload it live as a premiere and maybe give the fans a nice hour like I used to do, an hour and a half, 2 hours. So Black and Penta here. High flying, both guys. Fast and furious. It'll be inside, it'll be outside. Penta in all black. Beautiful somersault off the over the top rope on top of Malachi outside. Again, how these guys, me at almost 59 years old, ice packs, heating pads, this, that. And I was just a manager. It took a couple bumps a match, and you can go back and see it on the channel. But these guys as full-time workers, whew, I feel like someone grabbed my nuts that time right there. Malachi with a nice sweep on Penta. Again, hard to call this match. It's entertaining. Both men, physical conditions, athletes. That's why I challenge anyone who comes on the channels and says, "Oh, Fake, how could you? You're the old man brand, over 50 demo god." This is pure athleticism. Again, much different than the 80s, the 90s, even the early 2000s. Beautiful backcracker by Penta on Malachi Black. The old bald guy, the old, I gotta describe who it is, so I don't hate. The old bald white guy is the referee. Kind of looks like a thinner version of Uncle Fester. I get it. I understand. I'm not judging anybody. Nice neck breaker by Penta on Malachi Black, who's rolled out the ring. Here at Dynamite TBS, the black and gold and white. Nice visual. Lights on the ring, the nice glowing lights in the background. You can see a full crowd whenever they're live, and they really react and are into it. Both men outside, up against the rail. Martial arts, educated feet of Malachi Black on Penta. This was one of the matches that I wanted to see after watching it. I didn't watch it last night. Picture. Here you go. I didn't watch it last night. I got to be honest with you. I did not watch Dynamite. I am watching it here live to tape for the first time on Thursday morning, to report back to you guys and give a little rundown before the weekend. because PAPW has a power play this Saturday night with a big card. And then, of course, next Wednesday, live on Fight TV from the Cadillac Ranch, the legendary venue here in the Constitution State, on Fight TV for only $9.99. It's Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling and Wild Wild Wrestling, with stars that have worked in ECW, WCW, the WWE, and of course the Paradise legends of Mario Mancini, Paul Roma, Paul Perez, Big Steve Tracy. It's going to be an event like no other, 21 and older show. So you know what that means. It's going to be pretty racy, pretty raucous, pretty violent. So a show to go to, Wild Wild West Wrestling. And if you can't show up locally in the Constitution State, at the Cadillac Ranch, get along, doggy. No? Okay. You can watch it on Fight TV. It's only $9.99. The price of a six-pack. I'm just saying. And yours truly will be on the commentary with Talking Tommy Saban for all the action. Still picture-in-picture here. This is what you get if you go back and watch my live to tape Dynamite reviews from the past. Again, over 1,000 videos here on the channel from my past to current product with all the big companies to retro reviews. You won't get anything else like this in this channel. Yeah, sometimes I take breaks, but I'm usually pretty consistent. And yeah, you take a break now and then when needed, when family and priorities are called. Like I always say, Jesus Christ is coming back soon. Don't be caught dead without him. And what was I saying before? Repent, pray, prepare, repeat. I mean that. Here in the summer of 2022, going into Forbidden Door and all the stuff going on with Vince McMahon and all the negativity and injuries and it's another podcast for another time. Like I said, I watch my guys, JD from Off the Script, and of course moderating for Don Tony and Jesse the Chi-Town Smart, and different guys like the PWZ podcast. And I repeat in here because we're on picture-in-picture. And of course the other followers, different things from Busted Open to Meltzer to Alvarez to Thurston, just to get knowledge and put it all together. Because let's face it, they have contacts sometimes I don't have. Nobody else does it like this or talks like this. Comfortable, coffee, little breakfast, live to tape wrestling. Fortunate and blessed to be able to bring this to you, especially in this day and age. Gas prices, economy, immigration, wars, Roe versus Wade. That some of these stuff I can't even say on here. It'd be censored, the whole 9 yards. So back to live action. Let me get out of that platform right there. Oh, nice roll-up by Penta on Malachi Black. Penta has taken over here, off the rope. Nice crossbody. Well, I get it, Shivani. I always seem to be a second or ahead of two of some of the announcers here, right? You can see me, right? Different camera angles here in the lounge. That's why I make it comfortable. This is reality TV. We're coming up on almost 40 minutes. Have I stopped yet? Getting my voice ready for Fight TV next Wednesday? Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling? Out on the apron, it looks like Penta's setting up Malachi Black for a DDT. Blocked by Malachi Black. Big boot to the chin of Penta on the apron. Very dangerous. Again, how these guys will feel in years. And before, when it sounded like my grapefruits were grabbed, that's my nutcracker. Nice insecurity by Penta outside on the ring apron on Malachi Black here on AEW Dynamite. The review, the live-to-tape review from last night, but I'm live. Well, you get what I'm saying. Again, Penta went for the pile driver. No. And again, a Sabat kick by Malachi Black. Both men changing back and forth. Rolling inside. Stunner by Penta. Hits Malachi. But again, I kind of already gave it away. We know who won this match. Here's a 2 count. Making it look good. Nice match here with Malachi Black and Penta. The final qualifier for the All-Atlantic Championship that's coming up. And we know Malachi Black Sunday against Ishii at the Forbidden Door. Penta is not on the card as advertised that I know of for Forbidden Door. Up on the top rope here now, Black and Penta. Listen to the crowd. Let me take another sip here. You know it's something crazy. A Hurricane Run and something crazy. DDT from the top rope. Penta has Black. No reversal. Penta's down, Black's going to the top. Here we go. What's Black going to hit? Beautiful high knee by Black on Penta. Penta's outside of the ring. Malachi Black Beautiful moonstar press, shooting star from the top rope outside onto Penta. Beautiful move by Black for such a big guy. Malachi Black, man, I'm a fan. I'm sold, bro. I'll tell you. Malachi for the double foot stomp and hits it from the top rope. How do you take that as your Penta? Here's the cover. I almost said put it in the books like I'll be saying Wednesday on Fight TV at Wild Wild Wrestling, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. How do you take that double foot stomp like Low Key does and Homicide and several other wrestlers, including right there, Malachi Black. Again, big roundhouse kick by Black on Penta, and now Black up to the top rope. And out of nowhere, an enziguri by, again, leg slap after leg slap. But again, this day and age, athleticism, it can't be questioned. But I'm not crazy about that. And now Penta back up on the top rope, third or fourth time in the last 20 seconds. It hits the pile driver from the top rope on Malachi. How do you kick out of something like that? Abrahantes trying to... listen to the fans trying to spur on Penta as both men, Black and Penta, laid out in the middle of the canvas. Listen to the fans. I'll say that to say this, just like I said about the 83 world class, 84 world class, and NWA and WWF in the 70s and 80s especially. Foot on the ropes by Malachi Black. You get that crowd, you get that pop. Sometimes it doesn't really matter about what you're doing in the ring as long as you're safe and you get that pop. And sometimes it doesn't matter with the live crowd and the energy. Sometimes the ratings and all that shit just doesn't matter. Listen to what I'm saying. Look for it for yourself. Make your own opinions here. You see how passionate I was during the retro reviews? I'm just as passionate here in 2022. Chaos Corner. It goes on forever. Yes, I know, the Bell Club. I'm representing. I got to get there. The guy in front looks like a former Hakeem the Dream, the one-man gang. Again, another kick by Malachi and Penta. Here's the roll-up. He hooks the leg. There it is. Malachi Black pins Penta El Scuro and moves on to into the All-Atlantic Championship. Now, no Justin, now here comes the bastard Pac. That was a good match. I'll give that a 4 out of 5. That was a good match, Penta and Malachi Black. Now, Pac is here. Now, is Pac coming up here backstage to a promo with Miro again? Whether it was Rusev or Miro, this man has come into his own. He wasn't used right when he first came in with Kip and all that, the gamer shit. But now, Pac in the ring, face-to-face with Black. Miro's calling him out. Should have been live. Miro talking about the Forbidden Door. Let me see if these guys are on here, unless I'm missing something. Pac and Miro team up on Forbidden Door. Again, refer to Bully Ray. I have to refer to my notes. Listen, like Don Tony says, and I couldn't agree with him more, I don't always want to be first. I just want to be right. Miro with the spit as Pac is standing over Penta and Black is in the corner in the ring. So the whole message here in teaming up, it's Pac and Miro against Black and Ishii. Now, I've been saying through this whole podcast, 45 minutes in here at Chaos Corner, that's Black versus Ishii at Forbidden Door. I am incorrect. I have to, again, leave the comments here. Correct me. That's why I have pages of notes here. It's Pac and Miro, making sense more now, against Malachi Black and Ishii. That's what you have at Forbidden Door. That's the whole connection. I've already said it. You guys picked it up. I didn't say it as I thought it was a single match with Black and Ishii. It's Pac and Miro. Again, not sure about the teaming of this here and where the storyline is going. But Forbidden Door. So it's nice we got the correction here in the same podcast. Hopefully you're here for the whole hour. We're going to keep this at about an hour. Chaos Corner, let's, again, right there, Malachi Black over Penta in the All-Atlantic Championship. And coming up this Sunday, they're teaming up, Pac and Miro against Black and Ishii. Now, don't get me wrong, that's going to be a great match. That'll be a fantastic, physical, hard-hitting match. But where does it lead? Is it just for Forbidden Door? It's a one and done. It's a one-off. That's basically what it is. That's what this is. Let's make no mistake about that for Forbidden Door. And let's see what happens at Blood and Guts the following Wednesday. I won't be there for any of that. I will be on Fight TV live. Now they got a package here with Wardlow. Again, after the MJF storyline and this whole security guard storyline, I'm not sure if I'm crazy about all that and how that's just turned out and where they are with Wardlow. To me, I understand how it's been with MJF, but TK, I get your roster is deep. Don't let this man go. Wardlow, where is he going from then? Security guards. Where is he going to go? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't see what the storyline is with Wardlow and where he goes next. To Scorpio Sky, to the TBS championship. That's apparently where they're going to go with him. Different people have different opinions on what's going to happen there. Now, Adam Cole has come out here on Dynamite. Just my independent observation. Cole has come out, baby, and now he's in the booth with Shivani. And here comes from making his AEW debut, a guy that I liked in Ring of Honor, one tough son of a bitch, one of the last real grapplers is his gimmick. But it's for real, it's a shoe. I hate to use those words. Kayfabe, can we bring it back? Silas Young, again, Ring of Honor on with AEW. There's no separation right now here in 2022, the summer of 2022, with the different companies. It's Silas Young and the former AEW champion, Hangman Adam Page. I've given my opinions on Cole and Hangman Page. I'm not going to be like Bully Ray or Booker T or Body Shame or any of that. I've just said who moves the needle, who doesn't, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what I give. Page 53-18-1 is his alleged record. Now, I'm just going to tell you this. Hangman Page goes over Silas Young. It's nice to see Young here. Where is the differentiation between the organizations and the groups? That's all that I'm saying. Yeah. So we know who wins here. And then we, excuse me, we go into the Forbidden Door this Sunday, where it's for the IWGP title. I'm repeating myself. Jay White, the champion, against Adam Page and Adam Cole with the legend Okada. So let that sink in for what's coming up on the pay-per-view on Sunday, Forbidden Door. This right here, again, no storyline, a solid match. Silas Young, a cagey veteran, one tough son of a bitch. But Hangman Page, there was no chance he was ever going to lose this match, so we know what happens here. Let me fast forward. Everyone take a deep breath here. We're 47 minutes in. Let's see if we can get through this. Let me take a little break here. Guys, thanks for being here. It's the Guardian of Chaos. This is live to tape, covering it all in a 1-hour show. Rampage, Forbidden Door pay-per-view, and AEW Dynamite from last night. No one else does this in the IWC and makes it relatable and talks. Now listen, we know that Page went over on Silas Young. Now here's the end of the match. One grabs a microphone. We'll get through this. Cole grabs the microphone and talk shit to Page. Get it? Cowboy shit. See what I did there? And now out of nowhere is the IWGP champion who's been lurking about. Jay White is here. Now he's side by side with Adam Cole, baby. I'm tired of saying that shit too. So it's Jay White, the IWGP champion, talking shit to Adam Cole, who's talking shit to Hangman Page, who just beat Silas Young. All leading to Forbidden Door this weekend. Say that 3 times fast. In the 4-way, including Okada, for the IWGP title. So last night as the go-home show, that's why there were a lot of promos, a lot of chaos, pun intended, a lot of run-ins, and you see what happened in the 2-hour show. After I didn't watch the show, I'm going by reports and now seeing it live for myself, being out and taking a few notes and putting it all together, I could see what the deal was. I got my reports. So now they're all talking to set up for dream matches, I guess, to the insiders, to the shills, the dirt sheets, the marks, the smarks, the casuals. I don't know. For me, I enjoy all wrestling. It doesn't matter what it is. From Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling to the retro reviews to the current product. I'm not crazy about some of the story and writing in either group, WWE or AEW. I like Impact. I like NWA. I like MLW. I like those different groups. That's for sure. Did I say those or those? So now Jay White is in the ring now with Hangman Page and the IWGP title. So that's what we get the gist of what's being set up for this Sunday. Cole is still outside on the ramp, but we know it's all involved with the 4-way. And if I'm not mistaken, Jay White wearing the Bullet Club jersey, sweat outfit. Paige knocks the microphone out, and now Paige and Jay White in a hockey fight, and here comes Adam Cole. You knew this was coming, right? Again, I got reports from last night, but I did not physically watch it and put eye to tape. Ooh, and Adam Cole, baby, boom, on Adam Page for the old low nut shot. And it looks like Jay White and Cole are teaming up here to double team Page. Maybe not. Cole has grabbed the IWGP, say that fast, title, and it looks like he's setting up Jay White, who's laying it down on Page. Again, is this all going to be one-offs? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Now that all of the children are growing up and had too much too early. And now Cole, and it looks like again Cole and Jay White picking up Hangman Page, and he's going to hit him with the belt. No. Somebody's coming out. What's going on here? And the fans, look at the fans. They don't even know who these guys are. Or maybe they do. And here he comes. Konnichiwa, bitches. It's Okada, the legend from Japan, New Japan. Who knew from across the pond? From the Pac Rim to all my friends out there, 4% on my YouTube channel. Pehe aoi melihini kane, pupule, wiki. Yeah, I get it. That's Hawaiian, Simone. And look at that Okada going at Cole and Jay White. Some weak forearms there, but look, he's a legend. Big guy. Okada, the blonde hair, wearing a white t-shirt. And now Page has got Cole in the corner, and Okada has Jay White in the opposite corner. This all leading to the four-way. This is why it was the go-home show. Listen to the crowd. And now Page and Okada getting ready to come face-to-face as Jay White and Cole are selling in the corners. Okada is definitely the biggest of the four by far. These are three back in the day, even into the 90s, the Attitude Era. These guys are, they're middleweights. Okada might be a light heavyweight. He's a big dude. So now Jay White is run off with Adam Cole, and Okada and Page are in the ring, leading into Forbidden Door. Listen to the crowd. Listen, what am I to say? Just like I said about the retro reviews, the emotional investment, how the live crowd reacts. Hey, listen, it's going to be another $1 million gate from what I'm hearing at the United Center in Chicago. There's different reports, and that's why I waited to let it sink in to hear Thursday morning live to tape and give you the whole kit and caboodle in an hour show. Hey, no one else does it like this. Backstage, Jade Cargill and the baddies. Red Velvet is injured. Kiera Hogan. The baddies. Cut the shit, man. Now you know she's going to say it. Old school manager right here, right now. Malcolm Bivens. I like it. Bring it back. Old school manager, the way they should be used. Malcolm Bivens. Baddie search, really? Let's listen to Jade for a second. It's coming. Wait for it. Keep it 100.
Everybody can grace the stage like us, and they're gonna have to be a top-notch bitch.
And number 3, please, my sisters in Christ, keep the photos PG.
All right, thank you very much.
And Tony,
Yeah.
cut the shit.
Cut the shit. You gotta love it right there. We're going to commercial. So Jade Cargill, they're looking for baddies. And as I said, I like that Malcolm Bivens and the way he's being used right now. I've said this about AEW before. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, whether it be Arn Anderson, Jake Roberts, Taz, Tully Blanchard, different guys they brought in, even Bischoff. I like they bring back, and the old school gives the connection. Again, I'm trying to keep it all into a condensed show with what's really happening here. A lot of news and from the WWE and Jeff Hardy, Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, different stuff going on, injuries here, there, mergers, the independent scene exploding. So I wanted to give, AEW is a product that I can relate to, if anything. And, the other groups, I have been watching NWA and MLW and different groups like that. It's some Impact, and they're, small followings, but, solid work. It's good to see. It's a good time in the business. I gravitate to the AEW for now. Let me see if I could fast forward through this. We're almost out of here. There's a couple of matches coming up. I want to see what we have here before we get out of here. Thanks for being here in Chaos Corner. We're live to tape. And you see the throat, getting it in shape for Wednesday, June 29th. Wild, wild wrestling at the Cadillac Ranch. ParadiseAlleyProWrestling.com. Wait, it's Athena, Ember Moon, and Chris Statlander. I like the way they're going with Statlander and with Athena. The women's division is exploding in AEW. Statlander has a bright future. I've become a big fan. And Athena, she's a plus wherever she is. And Athena said, "Cut this shit," directed at Jade. So it's coming to a head between all of those ladies. The AEW Dynamite roster and AEW in general has definitely built up. And speaking of that, here's Marina Shafir. A lot of people complain about her, but she's getting pushed for a reason. I don't know what it is. I'm not crazy about it. And Marina here tonight faces Toni Storm, who's an up-and-comer, who's going to be facing Thunder Rosa soon, in my opinion. Shafir against Thunder Rosa was not that good. Thunder Rosa has not been used good, but the women's division has come a long way. Nyla Rose is out here. I don't get the connection. I don't understand why she's even in the division, but let's face it, she's got a gimmick, and the fans like her, and there's a lot to be said for that, so live and let live. She serves her purpose there in AEW and what TK is trying to do and represent. And here's Toni Storm, her record 8-1. So you got the beef of Nyla Rose on the outside with Shafir, and then Storm comes out by herself. And Shafir, where has she earned the right? And she's not that great in the ring. I'm not disrespecting. I'm giving the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now we know who wins this match is Toni Storm. There was no way Shafir was going to do this, and Toni Storm is in that big match at Forbidden Door because you knew they had to put one of the women's matches in there. They're saying Shafir is 9-2. So it's Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm for the AEW Ladies Heavyweight title, or the Ladies title, this Sunday at Forbidden Door. So let's fast forward through this so we can keep this show at a reasonable time. I'm going to put it right up. We'll see how long it takes to upload, download, whatever you want to call it, to YouTube. We'll set it as a premiere. Spread it around out there. It was a lot of fun. Listen, you see, I know, scare the rats off cheesecake, make onions cry. I get it. Another picture from Dynamite. I know the camera puts 10 pounds, maybe it put 20 on the GOC. It's early here, but it's a beautiful day. We're thankful for what we have, not what we don't have. As we fast forward through last night's Dynamite from I believe it was from Milwaukee, if I'm not mistaken. Now, here we go. We're at the end. Toni Storm has won. Nyla Rose putting her big, beefy business in the middle. No reason for it. Thunder Rosa is in there. She kicks Shafir's ass. Now, Nyla Rose is trying to bitch slap Thunder Rosa. Rosa's not going to take that. Nice clip by Toni Storm on the beefy one. She put on some pounds, Nyla Rose. Boom, she served the purpose. He's the monster of the division. And Toni Storm cracks him with the ladies' title, and now it's Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa in the ring. I'm a big Thunder Rosa fan. There's no two ways about it. And listen, the division here has really stacked up with all the different people in here, Statlander, Jade, so on and so forth. And this is going to be a good match Sunday. And I hope they do what they're allowed to do and what they're capable of. Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm at Forbidden Door for the title. There's been some good matches. Mercedes Martinez is the Ring of Honor champion. You know the local connection. I love Mercedes. What a grappler. All the different ladies that are there in AEW. Britt Baker. Come on. It's really on the rise. I've been talking about it for a little while. It'll be interesting to see. And again, it's not all about Forbidden Door. This is a one-off fan, so one time a year. Maybe they'll mix it up a little bit more, but the ladies division is going to get a big push in AEW, especially if they get Sasha Banks or Mercedes, we'll say. The rumor's there. It may happen. You heard it here. Well, not first, but you heard it. Now it's Darby and Sting. And don't you love Sting? 62 years old, representing. Darby, I worry about you, bro. I worry about you. We met Evolve 95 in East Haven, the Paradise Alley Evolve Super Show, jumping off the top of the basketball rim there at Malillo Middle School. Still insane. What an athlete, Darby Allin. The coffin drop. Let's see where he goes with this. I like the pairing, the paint, him and Sting. Where do they go? When does Darby break off? And does he stay healthy? I've never seen anybody do this stuff Darby Allin does. And Sting, you still got it, baby. They're talking about Rampage. We already talked about what's happening this Friday. The match is there. So that's what they're covering here in AEW Dynamite. Let's fast forward through. I do like the Sting Darby gimmick just because Sting is still there. And because Darby's insane. I wish he wouldn't do some of those things, but this is the day and age. They're high risk. They all do it. The Young Bucks, every person you could think of, the Lucha Brothers, Ray Phoenix, the list goes on and on, Sammy Guevara, the different things, the risks that these guys still take in the ring to this day, the Hardys. I mean, it's self-evident what goes on. I believe as we fast forward through, we're going to the main event here of, excuse me, Jericho and Lance Archer against Moxley and Tanahashi. And I believe I'm right. We're over an hour. We're probably going to go an hour and 10. Let me take a little sip, get the pipes going here. It's Moxley coming through the crowd. It's Moxley in Japanese. Again, I keep saying it. New Japan Japanese legend. Another big guy for the Japs. Tanahashi and Moxley against Jericho and Lance Archer. A big man. Tanahashi's in great shape. Listen, whether it's Suzuki, Okada, Tanahashi, Ishii, these guys are the creme de la creme in the world, not just in the Orient, not just in the Far East. And here we go. It starts off as a Texas tornado, basically. Moxley has teamed up with Jericho. They're outside of the ring, and Tanahashi is inside with Archer. Nice matchup right there because Archer's been in Japan for such a long time, on and off. You know that's where he came from. The Murder Hawk monster. Now, this is all over, but Mox making those punches look a little weak there on the outside to Jericho. Hey, listen, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm just telling it like it is. And Tanahashi, colorful trunks. Archer's a big dude. Sets up the full Nelson slam. Archer hits it on Tanahashi. Ref Aubrey is your referee for this main event on AEW Dynamite, here for the review. And I am watching it live to tape because I didn't watch it last night. I got reports of it, but I didn't watch it. I'm watching along with you guys right now, or maybe you've seen it already and you know what I'm going to say or you want my take. Listen, I apologize for the long broadcast. I don't usually do them more than 20, 25 minutes and usually average around 10 to 15 minutes, but we're over an hour here, so I hope on a Thursday or a Thursday night or this weekend before Forbidden Door you come back and watch this. You have a couple of days to watch it. Jericho taking over on Tanahashi, a bulldog into the turnbuckle on Tanahashi. Tanahashi, very animated, big guy. And I said the same thing about Okada. I've seen them before, but you get it on the big screen here in the lounge and you haven't watched them in say, a year or so. And I like the representation from New Japan. Now I get why Tony likes his, just giving you my opinion, his tournaments and all the inclusivity and different things, which, hey, is not a bad thing. Give everybody a shot, right? If you're good enough, it should be on the content of your character, not what you look like or what you identify as. That's my honest opinion. So it looks like TK is trying to do that. Get the best of the best, the creme de la creme. If you can hack it, you make it. It goes by the context of who you are as a person, not by where you came from, what you look like, or if you fall into a certain category. That's what I believe. Just give you my opinion here. That's why I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And you see, get me up to about an hour after not doing this since the last pay-per-view for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, or the last live to tape here. You see how it affects the pipes. And the old man brand, the over 50 demo. That's why you got to keep it hydrated, water. You have to keep it with some nice honey, some lemon, a little sugar-free vapor, Hall's Mentholypus. You got to keep it nice, the pipes. The golden smog, if you will, especially if you've been doing it and talk as much as I do. You must be saying, this guy doesn't shut the fuck up. That's the whole point. That's why I am the GOC. And I tell it like it is, because I'll say that to say this. We're over an hour and in. It's just like we just started. Jericho taking over on Moxley right now. Here in the main event, AEW Dynamite. Excuse me. No edit button, live to tape, no producer. We don't edit anything out. We don't shut anything off. That's why this is reality TV. Forearm shivers by Mox on Lance Archer, who's been tagged in. Beautiful shoulder block by Archer on Moxley. Picture in picture just in time for me to do more talking, right? Let's fast forward through the picture in picture, which they average about 5, sometimes a half dozen picture in pictures on a 2-hour show on Dynamite. And even on a Rampage, they average like at least 4 picture in pictures on an hour show, if I'm not mistaken. I try to keep track of the analytics. I'm no Brandon Thurston, but I try to keep track of all that stuff on the live shows. And when I do these live to tapes, the reviews, the previews, whatever it is, I try to keep track of different things like that for you, the fans, because I want to give you something different, a different product. Picture in picture, AEW Dynamite. Thanks for being here and putting up with my laryngitis here on the last 10 minutes here on the Chaos Corner. In the lounge here, we're back live. It's Jericho and Tanahashi. I'm sorry, Mox and Tanahashi against Jericho and Archer. Again, a throw-together bout, no real storyline. There's the lion salt by Jericho on Mox, but Mox gets up the knees. He misses it. Again, I didn't watch this live last night. We know all the matches. I've run them down of what's happening on the Forbidden Door on Sunday, the pay-per-view, and of course on Rampage, which was taped this Friday. Mox tags Tanahashi. Now it's Tanahashi and Jericho. Forearms looking a little light. Just judging a nice flying double chop by Tanahashi, and then knocks Archer off the ropes, off the ring apron. Beautiful flying cross body by Tanahashi. He's playing the guitar, baby. He's playing the guitar. Body slam on Jericho. Steps over him. Tanahashi up on the ropes. The crowd responding. Not as big as I want. Kind of like a swanton by Tanahashi. A somersault drop from the middle rope onto Jericho. Tanahashi really trying to pander and play to the crowd, and they're not really responding. Here's a Tanahashi chant. Jericho setting him up for the DDT. The paradigm. Nice rollover by Jericho. Jericho going for the walls of Jericho. No, rollover by Tanahashi. Rollover by Tanahashi. Listen to this. Feels like somebody is grabbing my grapefruits. Nice jawbreaker by Jericho and Tanahashi. Here's the cover. Mox breaks it up. Archer's in the ring. Now it's Archer and Mox. Archer throws Mox right out the other side. Mox jumps right back in. Mox off the rope. Suicide dive onto Archer outside. These guys, again, I say it, the risk. I cringe. It goes right up to the bunghole just watching it. Yeah, I could say that. And they want to call it, you heard JR, listen, no disrespect. And Hugh Excalibur, they want to call it a Topa Suicida. It's a suicide dive. Everybody has their own different version, and that's why I'll just call it the old school way. I'm not sure how many of you watched it live last night. I'm watching it live right now. I taped it. I was involved in other things. I have a lot going on, whether it be with Don Tony, Chi-Town Smark, listen to different reports. Nice jawbreaker by Tanahashi. Knee breaker, actually, on Jericho. Tanahashi going to the high rent district here on AEW Dynamite Live. Taking some time, Tanahashi. Again, playing. Goes for a nice cross body block, and Jericho reverses it. Gets it into a Boston Crab. I know it's the walls of Jericho, but it's a Boston Crab. Lance Archer is lurking outside. Moxley's lurking outside. Where's Mox? He's going to tap. No, he's not going to tap out. Ref Aubrey's asking Tanahashi. Jericho's got it laid back, the Boston Crab. The walls of Jericho. Wait, let me just... Archer's just staggering out on the floor. This is going a little slow. And there's Sammy Guevara. The Spanish God is running around. He's circling the ring. Moxley's back in. Stunner by Mox on Jericho out of nowhere. Archer with a big boot on Moxley. Now Archer's going for Tanahashi. Listen, Archer's going to take the fall. Misses with the big clothesline. Tanahashi with the sling blade. He hit it. A little rough on the sling blade by Tanahashi. Again, it's nice to see these different stars from all over the globe, especially from the Orient, from over there. I always wanted to go to the Ribera Steakhouse. I always wanted to make a tour of Japan. I never did. And then Sammy Guevara hanging around ringside. You know that he's recently back with the JAS, right? We know that whole Spanish God thing. Again, a big shout out. El Ref. Tanahashi tags Moxley. Archer's in. Jericho tags Archer. Now it's Mox and Archer in the ring. Big clothesline by Mox. Didn't work. Big forearm by Archer. Not really selling it. Forearms off the ropes, back and forth. Archer should be destroying Moxley right now. He's setting up for the Murder Hawk Slam. No. Boot. Paradigm shift by Moxley on Archer. Here it is. It's got to be it. Tags Tanahashi. Archer is laid out. Tanahashi going to the top rope. Again, not a lot of backstory to this. Big, a la Eddie Guerrero, frog splash by Tanahashi. Pins Lance Archer. The Murder Hawk Monster takes the pin. Tanahashi and Mox. AEW Dynamite. Live to tape. We cover it all here on the Chaos Corner podcast here at the Lounge. Thanks for being here, fans. We made it 1:11. Let's keep it at that. 1 hour, 11 minutes. 1:11 and coming up on 11 seconds. Don't you dare miss it.